Pokemon 151 is going to be the biggest set in 2023. I think we can't deny that, whether it's English or Japanese, everybody is talking about it. However, the Japanese set has been out for a little bit of a while now, but it is silly expensive. So today we're going to be taking a look at the single card prices and the recently sold prices of Japanese Pokemon 151 to see whether or not should you jump in on this massive hype train or should you just wait for the English one to come out. Well, let's take a look. 151 guys, oh baby, this is going to be a big one. Now this set is crazy. I've been seeing this product sell for stupid amounts of money. I mean literally ridiculous. I've seen booster boxes sell for over $200. I've seen booster packs sell for over $30. This is getting ridiculous. Like over here in the UK, it's been really silly as well. I've been seeing booster packs selling for over £30 a pack. £30 a pack. This is ridiculous. So we're going to be taking a look today to see if it's worth it, because looking at the single cards, if I'm being perfectly honest, it's definitely not worth these ridiculous prices. Now we do know there is a supply and demand problem in Japan. They are charging more money, to ship it out to us, over here in the UK, wherever it may be in the West. They're charging more. And people over here jumping on the bandwagon. So they're like, hey, we'll ride this hype train all the way along. We'll charge even more. So it is getting a bit ridiculous in my opinion. I don't feel like anybody should be paying $200 a box. It is crazy. It is a made to order set. So that is, helps the prices. Will it be enough? Yes, I do believe it will be, but not yet. Once the English set comes out, which will be in September, we've got some time yet, we could see then the Japanese booster box prices and then the amount of stock will then reach the demand, okay? Because people will shift. We've seen it before. We've seen it with all of these sets, right? Recently with these Japanese sets, they get stupidly expensive. Clayburst, right, as an example. They get stupidly expensive, right? I mean, super expensive. Hype train, waifu train, everything, right? Then the English set comes out, Paldea Evolved. People then switch and they start collecting the English version, especially over here in the West, right? They'll switch, they'll collect the English version, and then they'll start to meet the demand. Now don't forget, Clayburst is expensive still, but nowhere near the levels it was, and we saw the same with Triplet Beat as well. So today we're going to be taking a look at all the different single card prices and the recently sold prices to let you guys what's really going on with Pokemon 151 in Japan and buying it over here. Okay, let's take a look at some booster boxes. So some have recently sold $200. So we got one here, best offer accepted, $199, $199, $205. You got $178 or $180 basically. I think I saw one here that was a little bit more. Where was it? Yeah, $213. So there are some. So we're looking around $200. Okay, we're looking on eBay $200. That one there, I mean, it's a Chinese version. Okay, well that's the Chinese version is definitely a lot cheaper than the Japanese version. But we're looking about $200. Okay, over here in the UK, let's take a look. We saw one recently sold here for $160. This one here for basically $160 with postage. $170 nearly, so we're looking probably around $160, $170, $150. That one's a little bit cheaper, basically $140, but it is damaged on that one. So yeah, basically we're looking probably around $150 to $160 on average a box for 151. You get 20 packs inside of these, right? You're looking at what, £7.50 a pack, or if you're looking in dollars, you're looking around $10 a pack. These aren't supposed to be that expensive. Let's just put it out there. These retail, I think, like supposed to be around $50, I think, roughly. So nowhere near as much as it's been going for. Now, obviously, hype, supply, demand. I get it. That's why it's expensive. But when you start seeing some people pay over the, way over, it gets a little bit crazy. Now let's take a look at the individual cards in this set. Now don't get me wrong, this set is beautiful. I can't wait for it to come out in English. Personally, I don't collect Japanese, but when we do get the English, I'm going all in, right? And the card prices are going to fall through the floor. Just let you guys know, there's going to be a ton of the product. Like this set is going to be overprinted to the absolute max. Okay, Pokemon are just going to actually dump the living daylights out of this. So don't worry about it too much. Right, so let's take a look. So we got two different types of Ericas where, they are expensive, waifu tax, as you think, right? So we got the two lots of Ericas Invitation. You got one that's around $500 here, which is a big money card, right? Definitely big money. We've seen it with loads of different waifus, like Miriam's really expensive. Iono is still the most expensive. Dendra, all the most recent ones in this Scarlet and Violet era have been massively inflated, like ridiculous amounts. But the Erica is actually the cheapest, so that's quite interesting. I think then the Dendra might be a little bit cheaper, but not as expensive as the Iono or the Miriam. And then the other Erica one is about $300. Then we've got the Charizard. I must admit, I think the artworks are bit boring in my opinion, but there we go. $165. We've got the Mew. This is a gorgeous looking card, absolutely amazing. 136. Okay, so we've got a decent amount of cards, right? We've got the Zapdos. This is my chase card. The set, $100. So we have 5 cards over $100. Pretty good. If I'm being honest, that is pretty good. Then we look at some of the other cards in the set that you can get as well. So we have Giovanni's Charisma at $62. With the Alakazam at 60, the Venusaur at 60, Blastoise at 60, and the Charizard at 51. That Charizard looks insane, love it. So beautiful cards, right? And again, always say when a set's good, it has a lot of cards over the $30 mark. I have to admit, this set's doing okay, right? Then we get into the gold at $42 here for the Switch, and then we got the Pikachu at 33. We've got the Mew, another nice one at 32, and then we got the Mewtwo and the rest under 30. Okay, so looking at this set, you obviously got the reverse Master Balls as well, which some of them can go for silly amounts of money depending on what they are. If it's like the Pikachu or Erica or some big fan favorite Gengar, stuff like that, they will tend to have higher value than, you know, a random trainer card as an example. So, you know, that's one thing to take into consideration. However, is this still worth it to buy the booster boxes and packs at the prices that they're going for? Right, so don't forget, you get what, 1 secret rare per box. Okay, secret rare could be pretty much any of these. You know, it can be the gold, it can be a full art, it could just be a normal full art EX, it could just be like a normal trainer, you know, or anything like that, right? You could get this full art Zapdos as an example, and you know, it's $11 card, right? So not the greatest. So the chances of you getting one of these big cards is pretty difficult, as is with English. Not like I'm saying it's easy in English. Will these prices hold? That is the question. Now, I will probably say no. I think the more and more this set gets open, and the fact that it is a made-to-order set, these prices will drop. And when people start going into English in the end of September, I mean, we haven't got some time yet, so you know, everyone's gonna jump on this bandwagon, and the made-to-order gets out there, and these orders start getting, you know, churned out, these single card values will drop. If you do have them now and you're looking, shall I hold, shall I not, if you need the money, I would probably sell them, to be perfectly honest. But these are absolutely gorgeous cards anyway. When we look into English, all of these will drop. Like, I would be surprised if any of these are $100. If I'm being honest, I would be shocked if any of these. Maybe one of the Erica, the $500 Erica might be at around, you know, $100. Iono was $1,000 in Japanese and only $100 in English. But then again, this is going to be a holiday set. All rates are going to be very different. The booster packs are naturally going to be more expensive, everything like that. So there's some things we've got to take into consideration with this set. Now, when we get to the English release of 151, which will be out in September, then we can start to see what is going to be good. Now, personally, I think if you want to crack packs, best value for money is going to be the booster bundle. And you know, loads of online retailers and stores will have this in stock, not just a Pokemon Center, but there's a ton of different places where you can pick this up. For instance, if you're over here in the UK, you can pick this up from places like Magic Madhouse, Chaos Cards, Turtle Cards. There's a bunch of different places that you can pick up pretty much all of these, except of course the Pokemon Center exclusive ETB. That is going to be the hardest one to get. It is sold out right now. There's more likely going to be more coming. However, if you do want to keep it sealed for your own collection, then I would say this is probably the most desirable product that people are going to try and fight for. And the new UPC that's going to be coming out, I think it's in October, a little bit later, that will probably be quite easy to get hold of, if I'm being honest. Similar to the Charizard, you know, there's a lot of hype with the Charizard. It was selling for like 180 over here, you know, 200s. And now look here, you can pick it up for less than 90, you know. So I would expect that the Mew will probably go the same route. I also don't feel like the Mew will be as popular as Charizard, you know. Even though 151 is good, I still think the Charizard people just prefer, and it has a bigger reach, I think, than the Mew. But yeah, and then you have other different products as well. You'll be having these different binder collections and poster collections that you can get. You're going to be getting all sorts of different types of products with, of course, the release of 151. So there's going to be a ton. There's going to be an absolute ton. We're probably looking around about the average booster pack price. It's probably going to be around about £5, which is similar to Crown Zenith and stuff like that. We're going to see a massive shift in the prices of Japanese. I think they will drop over time once the English version comes out. So that's my thoughts on the Japanese 151. Now, I have bought some myself, but I have bought them at a slightly cheaper price, but I got to wait for them. You know, I've got to wait for them but when they do arrive, at least I managed to pick some up at a cheaper price, and I prefer to wait. Whereas some people, they want it right now. They can't fight the urge to wait, you know, so they have to pay stupid amounts of prices to pick up this booster box. To be fair, it is a great set. It is, and I do feel like it will be the best set in 2023. And I do feel like in the long term, if you do want to invest, this is the set to do it in. However, there will be a lot of it. You know, we look at Crown Zenith, it is a great set to collect and invest in, but there is a lot of it, and there's going to be a lot of this set. You know, compared to how much, you know, basically this sold out on the Pokemon Center website, it's giving Pokemon a massive idea. Yeah, this is going to be pretty sought after. And with Obsidian Flames, you know, with Obsidian Flames, we're going to be getting a ton, right? These stores are going to be getting a ton of product, right? We've had a ton of product with Scarlet Violet, a ton of product with Paldea Evolved, a ton of product with Obsidian Flames. They know this is going to be the biggest set of the year. What do you think they're going to do? Yeah. There's going to be a load. There's going to be a load. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to opening it. But please, whatever you do, do not pay ridiculous prices for the Japanese set Pokemon 151. It will drop in price, just like Clayburst, just like Triplet Beat, just like V-Star Universe, just like Pokemon Violet in Japanese as well. They're all going to drop in price because the Pokemon company are now printing more. And not only that, people will shift when the English set comes out. So if you want to play the long game, you will save a lot more money on that one. But if you want to know what great products to pick up right now, if you want to wait for 151 to drop in price, then make sure to click on this video right here. And if you watch more Pokemon content, guys, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, that's it from me in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.